AITAH for asking to divorce my husband after cheating on him. Throwaway for privacy reasons. I, 30F, have been married to my husband, 32M, for 5 years. 1 year ago, I cheated on him in a drunken one-night stand. The next morning, I felt disgusted and confessed immediately. He was devastated, but I begged and pleaded for another chance, and he gave it to me. I was ecstatic, practically hugging his feet, thanking him. It has been 1 year since then, but I feel like we haven't made any progress. I took all the steps for reconciliation. I went to therapy, both couples and personal. I made it a point to put all his needs and wants first. I gave him space when necessary, but also made it clear I was always there for him. I truly gave it my all, but it didn't even make a dent. He won't touch me, won't talk to me, we have sex, but every time we do it, it's clear he is just doing it out of physical need. I know I don't deserve more, but all I really want is just one sign to tell me that we are making progress. Just one sign that he still cares, that someday we can be like before or at least close to it. Just one sign that the sun is still there. Last night, I was at my limit. I told him we needed to talk and laid it all out. I told him that I loved him and I knew I was at fault, but that it was clear he was never going to forgive me. That as such we needed to stop causing pain to each other and that I wanted a divorce. At first he seemed surprised and then he got angry. He yelled at me, saying how he knew I would never stick to my word and how he should have never given me the second chance. I got teary at his words but didn't argue, just said again what I told him before. At this point he left the house and I haven't seen him since. He won't return my texts or phone calls. None of our parents or friends know about my infidelity, so this is the only place where I can get another perspective. I know I am the asshole for doing what I did a year ago, and I'll carry that shame and guilt for the rest of my life, but I don't think that I am wrong for wanting to end both our pains. AITAH for asking for divorce. Edit. I think you guys misunderstand. I am not blaming my husband or the lack of progress for the death of my marriage. I killed my marriage and I will always carry that. I just don't think I am in the wrong to end it now, no matter how much it hurts on both sides. Edit 2. He texted me, says he is coming home. I don't know what to expect. Before I begin this update, I feel like there are a few things I need to clarify. I made the original post to ask if I was the asshole for asking my husband for a divorce, since I thought it was the best course of action for both of us, not if I was the asshole for cheating. I am already aware that I am an asshole for doing that to him. I said it was a drunken one-night stand, but I never blamed the alcohol. Yes, it was an external factor, but the blame is mine because the decisions leading to the infidelity were mine. Nothing forced me to cheat. I know that. I didn't ask for a divorce because our progress was too slow or not as fast as I would have liked. I was willing to work at a snail's pace. The problem was that the progress was non-existent. Not even a hint to show that we might be on the right direction. I felt that it wasn't right for either of us to forever remain in that limbo state. Now for the update. My husband came back home yesterday. He was a lot calmer, and this time he started the conversation. Firstly, he apologized for lashing out. He said that he had thought about it, and realized that he was only punishing me without allowing himself to start healing and forgiving. He asked if I really wanted a divorce. I said no, and that I loved him, but if he was never even at least considering to forgive me, then there was no point in causing more pain to each other. He was silent for a moment, then he hugged me. That was all it took. I broke down crying and hugging him back. He promised that he would try to forgive me. I tried to take things a bit further and he let me. I'm not going to lie and say that now everything is well. It was clear that the sex was still purely physical for him, and after he didn't treat me much more differently than usual. But now I feel like there is an achievable goal ahead, and that we're both actively trying to achieve it. I guess we're not getting divorced yet. Honestly, probably not many people wanted this update. I'm just highlighting my thoughts because again, I can't really talk to anyone else about this. Thank you to those who gave genuine responses to me in my first post. Edit. Since I've read this a lot in the comments, I have told him from day one he is free to tell anyone he wishes about us. I have told him that I would never try to minimize or make it seem like he is lying. I am not concerned with my reputation at all. I just don't think it's my place to take that choice from him. Comments from the update. As you said, you fucked up royally. He was subconsciously punishing you and himself. You have a huge mountain to climb, but at least you have been encouraged to keep on that path. I'm hoping you don't feel tempted again, because I think that would shatter your husband. Yikes, I remember your post. You decided to have a one-night stand? Depends on. You need to rebuild everything: trust, communication, how you will work it out with your husband. Honestly, cheating sucks. Yeah, rebuilding trust after that is gonna be a long, tough road, if an achievable one at all. Lots of people honestly aim to learn to trust a cheating spouse again and can never reach that last bit they need. Even when trust has been reached, the abused spouse often still questions when their partner is suddenly working late or out with friends. It is only normal, but for many that never truly goes away. I'll give you credit for owning your actions. That's about all I'd give you credit for. Your husband must be incredibly in love with you. More on that further on. Some have said that even if he does forgive you your trespass, your marriage will never be the same. True, it won't. Trust that has been broken can never be fully mended. It's like dropping a plate. Sure, you can gather up the pieces and glue them together, but it will never be what it was before you dropped it. I hope you can understand and live with that. Something else to expect is that at weird random times your husband is going to get an unexpected rerun of that movie in his head. You know, the one of you fucking the other guy. And it's going to hit him just as hard as it did when you first told him. And he will go right back to acting toward you the way he acted then. And it will suck as bad for you as it does now. And it will go on for days, weeks, and possibly months. Expect it. Your husband is a much better man than I for trying to save the marriage. I couldn't do it. His love for you must run very deep. Be thankful for both his love and his strength, but never test it again because it will fail. I'm just confused on why he didn't jump into the chance of a clean divorce. They don't love each other, they don't respect each other, and no way he's gonna suddenly trust her cheating ass after 1 year. Just walk away, my dude. Stop beating the dead horse. He basically gave her hope to what? So they can go another year of this misery. While he may forgive you, he will never ever forget. And it will always be in the back of his mind. He will never really trust you again, and the closeness you once had with him will never come back. You may be able to go on to rebuild something with him, and it will be entirely different than what you had, but it is going to take a lot of time and effort. I truly don't understand how you went from crying and begging him to stay with you and give you a second chance once he was informed of your infidelity, to now complaining that he's staying with you and taking his time to heal and forgive you so that you guys can move forward. It's not about you, yet that's all you care about. Get over yourself. He is healing, and healing has no timeline, so if you expect this all to just go away and for him to forgive you immediately, you should really just leave, because that is pure delusion. He's giving your marriage a chance, and that takes time. You're extremely lucky he didn't kick you to the curb the second he found out. So stop acting insane and be grateful that you're still married to such a man. Give the dude time and grace. So you got your way and manipulated him again. Looking forward to another update where you say the connection with AP was too strong and you cheated again. As for the edit, lol, manipulation again. You know he loves and respects you. You know he won't give you up like that. So you are happy to sit back and say, hey, he can tell others if he wants. You don't want to take that choice away from him. Did he have any choice when you cheated?